Welcome to a little bit of a story time about um, just explorations and things like that. Um, so this is April 14th. Last weekend was Easter, and last weekend I was up in the Boundary Waters, camping up in, well, technically just south of the Boundary Waters in Cascade State Park. And up there was still about 1.5 feet, almost 2 feet of snow. Down here, obviously, there's none. It's basically summertime, so it's really interesting that 4 hours north of here, because I live in the Twin Cities, that there's still snow and ice up there. Um, but spent the night up there hammocking. I'll be showing a lot of that on the channel as well. And just how to prepare food, other things like that. Over a fire, baking bread. I've started getting into that a lot. Um, over the fire, just other ways to prepare food that you wouldn't generally think of. Um, but when we were up there, a couple friends and I, we spent the night. It snowed like 3 inches overnight. But up there it's just completely different because everything's wet. Because it was all snowy, so we had to, dig through the snow, get a fire started with wet wood, which I'll be showing how to do that at a future date as well. This fire I started with grass, which is pretty easy to do, but I figured I'd, for the starting video, I'd do something a little bit different than just using paper in my backyard, because that's a little bit of a cheap out for starting fires. So this one started with grass. Up there we used birch bark that we were able to safely harvest from some downed logs. So you saw some of those videos last week up there with the hammocks and everything set up. But it was a ton of fun. I ended up hiking a bunch, and just northern Minnesota is very, very, very beautiful. We'll be up there quite a bit for filming, things like that, but a lot of being by the water. If you guys are interested, I have some stories about different previous canoe trips that I've been on, because I like to cover a lot of distance on different hiking trips like that, and canoe trips and whatnot, and I can definitely share those. Uh, and that is my plan for the future, is being able to share the experience that I've had, and then also, what I've learned from that and what you do and don't need to bring if you're going to do a trip like that. Because you tend to, with a canoe, think that you can bring a lot more and you don't need to bring that much. Although it is kind of nice because you can bring more stuff and still be okay because the river will kind of bring you along. But I will share that in the next video. But yeah, we're just up north in Cascade State Park, and it was a ton of fun. So look for more content of up north in Minnesota in the Boundary Waters. If that's what you guys are interested in, I can definitely make more content about that. I plan on going up there for sure in October, once it's open permit season. I don't really like going during the summer just because there's a ton of bugs, and I can go down here and have basically the same experience. There's not as many people down here if you know the right spot, and you don't have to go 5 hours north from the Twin Cities just to be able to find a spot to camp. You can camp within an hour if you have a spot where there's no one around. You could canoe into it. There's a lot of options, and I will share those and things like that in the next video. So thanks for stopping by.